Greetings from Suraj Eye Institute, Nagpur. The Suraj Eye Sciences Academy presents the Spark Case Wise. I'll be presenting on management of stage 4B retinopathy of prematurity. Retinopathy of prematurity is a retinal vasoproliferative disease which affects the premature infants. Despite improvement in neonatal care and management guidelines, ROP remains a major cause of childhood blindness worldwide. ROP screening is important as 15 to 30% of babies develop blindness if untreated. Premature infants with ROP need timely treatment due to critical period of visual development. Early diagnosis and prompt treatment of ROP can prevent blindness due to retinal detachment. A baby girl 3 months of age with birth weight 1100 grams and gestational age 32 weeks was brought to us for ROP screening at postmenstrual age of 44 weeks. She was born of a normal delivery. The baby was admitted to NICU for birth asphyxia for 2 months. She developed sepsis during NICU stay and received intravenous antibiotics and platelet infusion for the same. Her mother had a normal antenatal course and there was no history of prematurity in elder sibling. Anterior segment examination was normal. Dilated fundus examination showed both eyes 360-degree tractional retinal detachment, sparing the macula with fibrovascular proliferations suggestive of stage 4A ROP. She was advised both eyes pars plana vitrectomy under general anesthesia. The baby was unfit for surgery as the hemoglobin was 6.9 milligrams per deciliter. She was admitted and given packed cell transfusion. It took almost 2 weeks for the baby to get fitness for surgery. On EUA, just before the surgery, we noted that the tractional retinal detachment in both eyes had progressed to macular involvement, suggesting of stage 4B ROP. Patient underwent both eyes pars plana vitrectomy under general anesthesia. The surgery went well, but postoperatively she developed vitreous hemorrhage in both eyes, which resolved gradually over a period of 3 months. On examination under anesthesia done at 10 months of age, she had a refractive error of -5 diopter seer and -2 diopter cylinder at 90 degree in right eye, and left eye had a spherocylindrical combination of -1.25 diopter sphere and -2 diopter cylinder at 90 degree, and the retina was well attached in both eyes. She was advised glasses with full correction based on the retinoscopy findings and was called every 6 months for regular follow-up. She had an acceptable ocular and neurodevelopmental assessment at her age. 10 months post-operative fundus photograph shows attached retina in both eyes. Capon and Trees reported a 90% retinal reattachment rate in a series of 40 eyes undergoing lens-sparing vitrectomy for stage 4A ROP. Recent reports of scleral buckling for stage 4 ROP have reported reattachment rates of 46 to 75%. Studies looking at lensectomy and vitrectomy for stage 4 ROP have reported reattachment rates of 64 to 84%. Lens sparing vitrectomy seems to be an effective way of achieving retinal reattachment in most eyes with stage 4 ROP. If adequate release of traction is achieved, the retina will spontaneously reattach. Iatrogenic breaks and internal drainage retinotomy should be avoided because of the difficulty in closing retinal holes. Surgical challenges what we face in such scenarios is that the entry in the eye is difficult due to small size of palpebral fissure opening. Then there is also an extreme difficulty in reaching the periphery. Risk of inadvertent retinal breaks and risk of anesthesia in these premature babies has to be borne in mind. In our case, despite these challenges, we could have an acceptable anatomical and functional outcome. Thank you.